by a score of 2-0. St. Ambrose the other way, give to Allen, spin to lane, fakes once way, goes back the other way, lays it in right side, good. Warren Allen off the bench tonight has 7 points. 38-32, Ambrose by 6, 4:08 first half. Out top, Takis, crossover dribble a couple of times, now goes into the lane, challenges the defender, spin away from him, follow by left side, beautiful move off the window and good, soft touch. Takis with 10. 38-34, 3:53 first half. Clarke is down 4, needing some defense here. Played man-to-man the entire way. The Jim Blaine way is man-to-man. Out top, way out right, Kerr. Kerr looks, hands to Meski. Meski with 10 to shoot, will set up for the Bees. Right side behind the back, goes around his screen. Had a roller, didn't see him. Meski's shot rejected by Richardson inside. Out of bounds, belongs to St. Ambrose to the baseline left. Bees will have the baseline left. It'll be Meski in the inbound. Bolden back in for Clarke. Hendrickson with some quality minutes off the bench will come out. Lob it inside, and the put up in the lane. The one-hand push on the alley-oop with a left hand by Meski for the field goal. Meski with 13. 40-34. Clarke down 6. Beautiful alley-oop to Meski, who one-handed it in the lane for the lay-in. Right side, Meyer to Bolden. Back to the hoop. Cut back door. Tried to feed a Takis. Pass too long, out of bounds, belongs to the Bees. Kazmarek in for St. Ambrose.
Kazmarek checks back in for the Bees.
And Tervier will come out.
Tervier looks for Dixie Bell.
40-34. Clarke down 6. St. Ambrose took the lead at 20-19 at about the 10-11 mark of the half. They've led ever since. Allen way out top, back door, cut in the lane, feed left side, power layup, no good, miss. Baseline, Kerr's got it back, Kerr's in traffic, puts it up again, Kerr's fouled. Kerr will go to line to shoot two. Shows you what good post play can do. You don't have to be a moose inside, you can just be aggressive, and that's what St. Ambrose was. Just pounding the post, good feed by Allen to his teammate, and the foul called inside, and it's going to be called on Hayes. He's got 3. Free throw, good by Kerr. Kerr's now 2 for 3 at the line. He'll get another one. Walker's back. Hayes is out. Free throw on the way. Kerr made them both. Kerr's got 6 off the bench. Had 14 to the win against Emmaus. 8-point lead again for Ambrose. 42-34. 2:47 to go. Halftime. Right side, Takis. Baseline. Double clutch. A lot of contact. No call. Rebound to Allen for St. Ambrose. Feeds to Meski, and Meski will bring it across the timeline. Left-hand dribble, palming the basketball. Did you call him on that or not? What did you call? Referee stopped play here. Said to reset the shot clock. I thought Meski should have been called for palm of the ball. But they didn't call it that. You could hear Ray Shovlin screaming some instructions for his team for the sideline. Coached a lot of basketball. Inbound, Hilby, Meski. Kazmarek, 22 to shoot for St. Ambrose. Up 8, 42-34. Takis on him of the man, forcing him to his right. Hands it off to Meski. Meski, jump pass to Kerr. Head of the wheel right. 11 seconds. Kerr almost falls and loses it. Now he regains, gives to Allen. Allen to the lane. Jumper from 10. Banked it in good. Allen played a great game so far. Allen of the game is 9. 44-34. Clarke down 10. The other way. Inline violation on the Pride. Stepped out of bounds. They made the hoop to the move to the hoop on the left side baseline. A call for a step under the end line. 2:06 first half. Clarke down 10. Their biggest deficit at 44-34. St. Ambrose running their offense. Left side. Working to go inside of the post. Bring it out top. Kerr. Right side. Meski on the wing. Cut the lane. Hilby. Drive, Meski in the lane, left hand, double clutch, layup, no good, rebound, tipped out to Bolden. Spins away for the defender, Bolden into the front court. Bolden left side, hands to Meyer. Meyer, post up, fall away, Walker, shot blocked by Allen. Takis had, taken away by Meski. 44-34, Ambrose by 10 with the ball, minute 33 to go, till halftime. Meski front court, Meski right side, Allen, way out right. And Hilby almost had to take it away by Walker. Hilby left side, Meski, three-pointer, got it. Jake Meski was 16 by my count. with that three. Biggest lead at 47-34. Front court, that's Walker. Walker to Meyer. Meyer dribbled it off his foot, regains. Gives to Bolden. Bolden, left side. Walker drives the lane. Walker fouled on the way in. He'll get two here on the team foul. In the bonus, both teams are, but clearly he was fouled on the way to the hoop.
Also 42, Kerr.
Kerr's second. Jared Walker has not shot a free throw this year. These are his first two free throws of 2017-18. 47-34, St. Ambrose by 13. Meskie's been a killer, so has been Warren Allen. Walker makes the first of two, 47-35. Clarke down 12, 1:01 to go. Second free throw on the way. Walker, right-hander, no good. Rebound tapped around. Allen saves, bounced it back in. I think Meskie touched it last. I got to say no. Apparently Bolden touched it last. Wagner back in. Taking a fresh is Kerr. He's done a great job off the bench too. They've got a lot of quality players, getting a lot of quality minutes right now for St. Ambrose. And did this without panicking after they were down 10 early twice. They've come back and now led by as many as 13, lead by 12 here at 47-35. You have the ball with 57.6 to play until halftime. Inbound, Hilby, Allen, back Hilby. Cross courts, right side Meskie, got to get a guy on him, comes front court. Goes to Wagner, near side Hilby, into lane Allen, fakes, shoots it up, baseline, rims out, Allen rebound, no good. Rebound to Takis. Takis in the backcourt, Takis, bounce pass up ahead to Richardson, to Bolden, cross court, but they say that Ernie walked before he passed it. So a turnover for Clarke. Will give the ball to St. Ambrose with 37 seconds to go in the half, and Clarke down 47-35. Substitution here for St. Ambrose. Into the game will come Tervier. And they'll give Meskie a fresh. Don't know why. Who came out? 1, 2, 3. Somebody else came out earlier, so somebody's out of the game already. Meskie's in the game, and he won him out the way he's been playing. Meskie backcourt, the front court. Walker on him, 28 seconds. Shot clock at 20. Meskie on the right side, looks to go to Allen, bring it out top Tervier. Tervier to Allen, baseline right, backs it on Meyer, goes to the lane around him, lays it up, no good, but he draws the foul. Warren Allen has ruled the post here with the first half for St. Ambrose. He and Kerr. Allen will get two. On the foul call, Takis, his second. Warren Allen in the game is 3 for 4 at the line. Make it 3 for 5 as he missed the first. 18.9 to play in the first half. Clarke down 47-35. Free throw on the way. Allen is no good. Missed them both. Acts like a stop. Takis rebound. Richardson back to Takis. Takis across the timeline. Takis left side. Bolden on the wing. 10 seconds. On top to Takis. Shot clock and game clock matched up because it's, of course, under 30 seconds. And Clarke is bailed out here and going to get 2 free shots here because the foul was called on Allen on top as he challenged Takis. So that'll put Takis to the line to shoot 2. It's like automatic. 3 out of 4 at the line he is today. We'll get 2 here. Free throw on the way. Good. Takis 11. 82% free throw shooter in 2016-17. Has pulled the Pride with it 47-36. Free throw on the way and goes in. 5 for 6 at the line by my count. He's got 12 points. Hendrickson in, Takis out so he doesn't get a third foul. Good move by Jim Blaine with 6.7 to go. Clarke down 47-37, down 10. Allen backcourt trying to get it to teammate, knocked away, picked up by Meyer. Meyer lays it in right side, good! Good hustling effort by the Pride and Walker, who forced that turnover and tapped it back. And Meyer drove in for the layup to make it an 8-point game at the break at 47-39. Well, St. Ambrose thought they were just going to say, okay, let's run it out. They're going to leave us alone. Not the case. Walker spoiled everything. And the Pride making an 8-point game at 47-39. We are joined at halftime with my short-corded mic by Courtney Boyd, who is the new women's basketball coach here at Clarke University. Courtney, how you doing?
Not too bad. How are you?
Doing great. Glad to meet you first time here.
Yeah, you too.
Congratulations, by the way, on win number 1.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
You know, so let me ask you this. So here you are, an associate head coach at UW Parkside.
Yes.
Okay. One day you get up and somebody calls you and says, say, there's a job open at Clarke. Is that how it worked, or how did you end up being the head coach at Clarke?
Actually, it was one of those things where I had been at Parkside for a couple of years,
Sure.
and I liked where I was at, but at the time I was ready to do something new. I was ready to do something different, and I thought that was the best time to do it. So I am originally from Iowa, and when the job came open, I had been in this conference before when they were a Division II, and so I jumped on the opportunity, and luckily Joanne and Kurt liked what they heard and liked what they saw, and so I took the job.
When you did the interview process, I mean, walk me through it. How nervous were you, or, I mean, were you just like, did you start shooting out statistics, or how does the interview process work?
Well, you start out and you never really know what they're looking for. I think when one coach leaves or takes another job and then the next applicant comes in, you never know if they're looking for a female or a male, if they're looking for, someone that's going to sit back and
Sure.
take it all in, or so you just have to be yourself, and that's kind of what I took it as. The biggest thing for me was kind of taking a deep breath and realizing that this could be where you want to be for the next a lot of years. And I think the biggest thing is it's always going to be nerve-wracking, but I've been told that nerves are a good thing, and that's what I try to tell the girls. So as the nerves started to build up, I came on campus after a phone interview, actually a Skype interview. Went through the Skype interview, made it to the next round, came on campus, and I got a call a couple of weeks later, and here I am.
Have you ever been to Dubuque, Iowa before?
I have, yes, I have. Just visiting.
Have you had a turkey and dressing sandwich?
Actually, I have. I took, I went through the Distinctively Dubuque class that's through
sure.
NICC over there, and so they gave you that on their last night. They said you had this. You don't know Dubuque until you know this. So yes.
Sure, right. Well, hey, that sounds like a great process. You're obviously excited to be here and get things going. What was one of the first things you wanted to do as you took over as coach? What did you try to establish and say, this is what Courtney Boyd wants for Clarke women's basketball?
Trust and competitiveness. I knew that coming in, I mean, they've had a lot of success in the last
Sure.
3 years, and the most success they've had in a long time, if not ever. And Coach Adams did a great job, and I can't take anything away from him. And when this opportunity came up, I knew that I was going to have to build the girls' trust. He had them in a situation where they were ready to win and to kind of take the next jump. And if I came in and tried to take over too quickly in a negative way, then I knew that would be a negative effect on me. So I knew that earning their trust and respecting them first before I could earn the respect of them. For me, that was the most important. And then if we come out and compete every night, that's all I ask for. The one thing that I tell them in the locker room is, if you give me 100% effort, then after the game I can be upset about the little things, but I can never be upset with your effort, and that's all I ask.
Talk with Courtney Boyd, the new women's basketball coach here at Clarke University. The men, by the way, trail here at halftime by a score of 47-39 in the Holiday Inn Express Tip-Off Classic. Courtney coached the team to a win. Was there ever a point where after you took the job you said, what did I get myself into? I mean, we all do that, don't we? All have that ridiculous moment, and then we get through it. Did you ever have that moment?
Yeah, I think it was one of those where I came here and people were, who are you? What are you doing? What are you looking for? And they ask you all these questions, and you're thinking, what am I doing? What am I looking for? So I think that it was an exciting thing when it was, what am I doing here? It wasn't a nervous or I made the wrong decision. It was more, how do I please these people and be what they were looking for and continue to keep up the person that they hired or who they believe they hired. So I think it was more of meeting their expectations than it was, oh my goodness, did I make the wrong decision? So
let's talk about Courtney Boyd's style of basketball. What style do you want? Do you want open floor running? I know you got a couple of decent post players who showed up really good for you night one.
Yes, they did.
Do you like the three? Because the three-pointer has become so prevalent, and understandably so, with statistics saying the more threes you shoot, the better off you are. But what is Courtney Boyd basketball?
fast. I would like to push it out and get up and down in transition. Eventually we'll press a little bit. I think the biggest thing is we aren't a three-point shooting team. Do I like the three-point basket? Absolutely. Am I going to take it when they go in? Absolutely. But I think if we're shooting threes and missing threes and the other team is shooting layups and making layups, we're not putting ourselves in a good position. So I'm never going to tell the girls not to shoot them, but if there's a better shot that we can get, right now we're not a great three-point shooting team, and the girls know that. So we take advantage of our guard play, being able to put it on the floor and penetrate and pitch, and when we can get it inside, we take all the advantage that we can.
Boy, and down 10 early on in your game, when you beat Trinity Christian College, you were down 10, but you outscored the Trolls, that was their nickname.
Yes.
65-37 to eventually have an 18-point lead. What was the difference?
We made two adjustments at halftime. One, we took our four player, we took Tasha out of the middle, off the wing, and we put her in the middle. And then we were able to play a little bit of high-low, and her and McKenna kind of took over. And then defensively, we went from a man-to-man. They were killing us on the cross screen from elbow to elbow, and we just couldn't get a stop. So we went to a matchup zone, and the girls really bought into it. We were active, and I mean, one of our sophomores had 6 steals on the night, and I think that's the hardest I've ever seen her play up to this point. So they did great things. They just bought into the two adjustments, and we kind of took off.
And you know, I mean, having all the basketball you played, 29 turnovers is not going to, that probably was, you saw that number and said, oh my gosh, this has got to be cut in half at least.
Yes, and I think that's our biggest challenge right now is free throw percentage and turnovers. And those, if we can get those under 15 turnovers and 80% is the goal eventually, we're gonna do just fine. I think that we're not sure. We're very young. We've got 2 players that have played more than 12 minutes in the last 2 or 3 years, and we're led by a lone senior. And she kind of took the game into her own hands, although offensively, you know, she kind of made some mistakes that we talked about, and we're going to adjust. But 29 turnovers is way too many.
Yeah.
Even when you're scoring off of their 20-plus turnovers, you're trying to turn them over 20 times and only turn it over yourselves 12 to 15. So
Clarke was the winner again, 89-72 over Trinity Christian College at Palos Heights, Illinois. They have a game coming up on Sunday, by the way. That's a 1 o'clock start against Coe. And then you have another game on Tuesday right away. Is that St. Ambrose?
St. Ambrose,
St. Ambrose,
yes.
okay.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to take you down memory lane here, okay? So she's from Keokuk, Iowa. Went to Dixie State after you were at Kirkwood Community College, right? Okay, so let's flash back. What were you doing on January 22nd, 2009? You remember the date?
Oh, my goodness. I'm not sure, to be honest.
You were at Grand Canyon that night,
oh, yes.
where you played them, and you went 7 for 9 from three-point range. You still have the school record at Dixie State, by the way. Dixie State is in St. George, Utah. Is that right?
Yes.
You still have the school record for 7 for 9 for best three-point shooting in a game at 78%. You were feeling it that night, huh?
Yes, and I wasn't a scoring point guard, but when I tell you that I like the 3 if they're going in, I like the 3 if they're going in. So that night, my coach told me that you have to be a score first, pass second point guard, and I took her up on it. So I must have had the luck of the draw that night.
Kayla Miller, by the way, eventually broke your record. She has it at 8.
Okay.
But you are still, among the top 10, 74 out of 235 for your career at 32%. I looked this up, by the way.
Oh, yeah. That's great.
And then the other thing, and I think people need to understand this, that, I love three-pointers like everybody else, but assists are great.
Yes.
Second all-time in Dixie State school history with 232 assists and averaging 4 assists a game. So as a point guard, you were the distributor, you were the playmaker, weren't you?
Yes, that's exactly right. And honestly, I'll say this till the day I'm done with basketball, you can't have assists without great teammates. So I was able to create something, and they were able to finish it. So, we did something right. It was just that connection, and my teammates ran the floor, I threw it up, and they did the hardest part. I just had to throw them a touchdown pass. So, I can't take all the credit for that, but that is something that I did pride myself on as a player.
So did you remember January 22nd, 2009? Did I just stun you?
I do now. I couldn't have told you the date if I sat here for 3 hours. So.
Well, it's in the record books. It was great. And they're the Blazers, right, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
got that big white buffalo for their mascot.
Yes.
They're the Blazers.
Yep.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, hey, good to meet you. Congratulations. Glad you had a turkey and dressing sandwich.
Yes, I did. And I enjoyed it too.
Yes.
So.
It was amazing how many players would come up here last year when I'd be talking to them and say, have you had a turkey and dressing sandwich? You look at me, a what?
Yeah, so I'll make all my girls try it. So if you ever talk to them, they won't say no.
All right. Courtney, good to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
And we'll see you on Sunday, okay?
All right, thank you.
That's Courtney Boyd, the women's basketball coach here at Clarke University, our guest here at halftime. Again, the women were winners earlier this week, 89-72 over Trinity Christian College. And again, we'll have the webcast for you coming up on Sunday as they match up against Coe. That is a 1 o'clock start coming up on Sunday. Again, the men's game, by the way, is a 6 o'clock start tomorrow evening as they match up against Cardinal Stritch. All right, let's recap what happened to the men's first half. Down 47-34 here at the break. 47-39. 47-39, down 8. They were down by as many as 13. Clarke had a 12-2 lead at the 16:51 mark, led 14-4 at the 15:20 mark. But then St. Ambrose went on a run and eventually took the lead at 20-19 at about 11. I'd say it was about 10-11 to go in the first half. So do the math. I'm going to do the math on the fly here. Clarke was outscored in that stretch 15-6 at about a 4-minute stretch. St. Ambrose took the lead at 20-19. They have not trailed since that point. We'll have to flip our play-by-play sheet here and get ready for the second half. Let's give it the numbers so far for St. Ambrose for the first half. They were led by Jake Meskey with 17. 6 out of 10 for the floor, 3 out of 5 from long range, 2 for 2 for the free throw line. He also had a couple of rebounds and a couple of assists. So Jake Meskey leading all scorers with 17. Warren Allen, did he start tonight? No, he did not. So Warren Allen off the bench. And then also John Kerr and Greg Wagner off the bench have played a significant role as well for the Bees. Warren Allen has 9, 3 out of 4 from the floor, 3 out of 6 for the free throw line. Warren Allen with 9 for the Bees. 6 apiece for John Kerr and Greg Wagner, 5 for Michael Williams, and 4 for Lee Hardrick. So again, got to get a guy on Meskey, got to make sure he doesn't do his drives to the lane. He's also had a spectacular alley-oop put back in the lane, one-hand, left-hand shot, and he's hit 3 threes. So Meskey and then also Allen off the bench, primarily patrolling in the paint, have been the pain of the neck for Clarke in the first half. Again, Wagner with 6, Allen with 9, Kerr with 6, and Meskey with 17. St. Ambrose first half, 16 out of 30, 53%. Field goal percentage, 3.3 field goal percentage, 6 out of 11 for St. Ambrose first half, 55%. Free throw line, they were 69% and 9 out of 13. All right, for the Pride, Clarke led by Harris Takis with 12, 11 for Stacy Richardson. Stacy 4 for 4 for the floor and 3 out of 4 for the free throw line. Richardson also with 5 rebounds. 6 in the game for Ernie Bolden, 5 for Ty Meyer, and 5 for Jared Walker. Pindo Drumme playing, not scoring. Jazz Bajwa played, did not score. Hendrickson played, did not score. Hayes played, did not score. Ryan G played, also did not score for Clarke. The Pride did it again, didn't I? Pride out-rebounded 20-15 first half. Clarke was 13 out of 28 for the floor, 46%. Three-point shooting, 33%, 4 out of 12. Free throw line, 9 out of 14 for 64%. Clarke had 11 turnovers. St. Ambrose had 9. Clarke had 2 steals. St. Ambrose had 4. And your score again here with the break, 47-39. Clarke down 8. Want to credit Jared Walker with a great play at the end of the half. Clarke was down 10, and what St. Ambrose thought was going to be a routine inbound run off the clock. He bothered him, forced the turnover, fired. I think he got a hold of the pass and fired it back in. And then Bolden got it to Meyer, and Meyer hit the shot at the buzzer or close to the buzzer to make it an 8-point game. It shows you how you never give up. And Jared Walker did a great job of doing that and forcing the issue and getting Clarke to shave off the deficit to make it an 8-point deficit at 47-39 here for the break. First game of the Holiday Inn Express Tip-Off Classic was won by Indiana University East, I should say. The Red Wolves defeated the Cardinal Stritch Wolves 85-72 in game 1. Second half coming up. Again, Takis had 12 first half. Richardson had 11 to lead Clarke. Want to mention here the men's soccer team real quick. They finished their season at 2-15 overall and 0-12 in conference. Their last match they lost to Central Methodist 11-0. Well, the women's soccer team made it to the tournament, lost to Baker this week 2-0. Again, their final record 7-11-1, and they were 4-8 in the Heart of America Athletic Conference. Good to talk to Courtney Boyd. She is an interesting person to talk to and talk basketball too. Hope I didn't shock her that I did all that research. Clarke will start second half, right to left, left to right for St. Ambrose. It'll be Walker, Bolden, Takis, Richardson, and Drumme. And already we had a shot clock issue here that it didn't start. Hardrick, Meske, not surprised he's on the floor, along with Wagner and Kerr. And who's on the far side of the floor there? Michael Williams for St. Ambrose. Clarke on the white, dark blue for St. Ambrose. Their numbers are very close to being those consumer unfriendly type, but they put that nice defined white outline. Here's the drive. Richardson in the lane. Jumper for the right side off the rim, no good. Rebound comes down to Meske for the Bees. Bees have been up since they were up 20-19 about midway through the first half. Hardrick directing traffic for St. Ambrose. Out to Wagner. Didn't expect the pass. Got it back to Hardrick. Hardrick left side of lane. Good cut off there by Walker. Out top, Wagner, three-pointer. Rim around, goes in. His third three. Wagner now 3 for 3, I do believe, from distance. And extends the lead to 47-39. Yep, he's 3 for 3 from long range. Excuse me, it's 50-39. 19:07 first half, second half. Takis out top. Takis wants to drive the lane. Leave it left side, Richardson. Richardson fakes left, goes right. Leave it out top, Bolden. Bolden left side of lane. To Takis. Takis, good. Step back, drives the lane, lays it up. God, and a foul. Did you see that little step back he made? Made a little step back out top left. The defender, because he made that move backwards, went after him. And then he said, okay, I've got you, and stepped right by him and laid it in good. Foul called, by the way, on Williams. His first. Takis' free throw is good. Takis 4 out of 5 at the line. 6 out of 7 at the line. Almost a turnover, but they get it to Hardrick somehow through the pressure. 50-42. Clarke down. Second half. Got it down to 8. Meske, a 3, head of the wheel right, hit it. Bolden late in getting out to him. Got the open 3. 53-42. They're up 11. 18-26, second half. Dribble drive, Walker out to Takis. Three-pointer, head of the wheel right, no good. Rebound comes down to Wagner. Wagner to Hardrick. Hardrick crossed the timeline. Hardrick looking right side, wants to go to Meske, lobs it inside instead to Kerr, and Kerr is fouled on the floor before the shot. Kerr felt he had a mismatch, and then he was fronted by Richardson, so he wanted the ball down low. And Hardrick did a great job of getting him the loaf of bread. Clarke foul on Richardson, his second, team's first second half. Williams out for St. Ambrose. As the inbound to Kerr, work it right corner. Meske open 3 right side. This time he missed. Foul, though, called, I think, on Drumme after the 3, and they're going to call it 3 free throws for Meske. Yep, got the push after he shot it. Is it going to be after the shot? Or is it going to be shooting? It's going to be after the shot. Okay. 53-42. Clarke down 11, 18:07, second half. Inbound near sideline. The substitution for them was Blake Bulls. Down low they go to Bulls. Bulls backs in on Drumme. Doesn't have a shot. Good job by Pindo raising those big long arms, the tentacles in the air saying you're not going to shoot it. Dribble drive. Hardrick in the lane. Drives it up. Puts it in. No good. Foul. And the rebound comes down to Clarke. However, they call the foul. Then Hardrick goes to the line to shoot 2. His first appearance at the charity stripe for Lee Hardrick, a senior from Hillside, Illinois. Lee Hardrick. Free throw good. He'll get another one. Hardrick had 8 in the win against Emmaus earlier this week. 54-42. 12-point deficit for the Pride. Free throw, Hardrick. Made them both. 55-42. Clarke's got to get a run here. See if they can do it. Got to get it to single digits and then make a serious run. Walker way out right. Takes to Bolden. Bolden to the lane. Jumper from 15. Bolden no good. Rebound. Tapped around. Bolden taps it out. Got it to Richardson for a fresh 30. Richardson to the lane. By Wagner. Fouled it away in. No call, but lays it in anyway. Richardson with 14. 55-44. Clarke down 11. 17-27. Meskey by the defense in the lane. Double clutch. Fouled by Richardson. Meskey to the line to shoot 2. St. Ambrose doesn't sit back on their hunches and content to say, okay, we're just going to have this lead, and they're being aggressive here. They're going to the hoop and challenging. Richardson foul, his 3rd. Meskey to the line for 2, where he's 1 for 1. Free throw is good. He will get another one. Meskey with 20 in the game. Bajwa comes in for Clarke, and Richardson will come out with his 3 fouls. Jim Blaine protecting him as he has 3 personal. 17-23, second half. Clarke down here 56-44. Down 12, free throw on the way, good. Meskey drained them both. Meskey by my book has 21. 57-44. Biggest lead for St. Ambrose here at 13 points. Way out right, Walker against their 2-3 zone. Bolden working around left corner, Takis. Takis had Drummond open baseline left. There's Bolden to the lane, trying to get to Drummond, but the ball deflected. Meskey has good behind the back dribble. Comes to the front. Meskey alley-oops down low off the hands of Bulls and out of bounds. Belongs to Clarke. First time they've really shown that desire to go up and down the floor like they did against Emmaus. They've been primarily a half-court team here as Warren Allen is back in the game now for St. Ambrose. He had key points off the bench. Kazmarek is back too for the Bees. Left side Walker, Takis, Bajwa, Drame, and Bolden. Left side Walker against the zone. Kick out Takis. Takis, drive the lane, jump stop, kick out Bajwa. 3 right wing, got it. Bajwa with a 3, his first field goal. Jazz Bajwa, his first field goal with a pride. 57-47. 16-34. We get a blocking by moving screen called. Player control foul on Blake Bulls would be his 2nd, no, his 3rd. 3rd foul on Bulls, 2nd team foul. Clarke has 4 team fouls. 57-47, Pride by down 10. See if they can make that run here and get it under double digits. What we talked about earlier as we did our webcast. Bolden left side, out to Takis. Takis to the lane. Wants to pass, you got to call him for steps. Yep, he took a couple of extra steps. Wanted to get it to Drame, but Drame didn't make the move to the baseline where he wanted to go to. Pindo stayed out of the corner. And that's why Harris walked. Bulls is out for St. Ambrose. Tyler Hilby, local boy, 6'5" senior from East Dubuque, into the game. I don't know how many times he's driven across the Julian Dubuque Bridge in his life. Left side, Kazmarek, handed off on top. Meskey to Warren Allen. Allen to the lane, spin to the lane. That's walking. He fires it up wildly off the backboard, no good. Rebound, Bolden. Bolden's got Bajwa up ahead. Instead goes to Drame. Drame jumper from 10, left side good. Pindo Drame. Pindo with his first field goal with a pride. 57-49. It's down to 8. 15-48. Second half, whistle, foul inside on Bolden, I think, as he had bad position inside defensively on Allen, and Allen using his presence trying to get physical with him, forced Ernie to get physical, and that's why he got called for the foul, his 2nd, the team's 5th. Down low, Allen away from Bolden, layup. No good, he missed. How did he miss it? Bolden rebound, down 8, up ahead, Bajwa, 2 steps, in the lane, hangs, missed it, no good. Rebound, Pindo's got it. Pindo to Walker, to Bolden. Bolden out, Bajwa, 3 at the point, no, he missed it. Oh, I had it down.